Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Well, coming to the stock market, the last week we could actually see a big rally, but then the steam Nifty lost steam by the end of the week. We could see some profit booking kicking in right from Thursday and continue to Friday as well. But then, of course, Indian market has actually had a very good rally and, in fact, touched even crossed 18,800 at one point of time. So this actually was a very good rally, and of course, a consolidation is something that is required of, that for a healthy rise. Because if there is no consolidation and if the market continues to rise higher, the fall when it comes can be very big. So it's very important to have a consolidation, and that's exactly what is happening right now. And I would say, the consolidation is something that we need to watch out for. Will it break out further from here or break down further down from here is something that needs to be watched out. So one good thing that we can actually look at is, of course, as we discussed yesterday in the meeting, on Friday also the FIAs as well as DIAs were both net buyers. So that is something really good when both institutions are net buyers. But still, what will let the market down? It is, of course, the retailers like all of us who have booked profits in the market. So that is something which is common, that is kind of acceptable. But then let us look at what happened after the Indian markets closed on Friday. So in fact, after Indian markets closed on Friday, we could see the US market actually opening gap down just because the US employment data came in. The US employment data actually came in good. That means, there was a lot of jobs still open and available. That actually gave a negativity in the market because if the US jobs data is strong, does that mean that Federal Reserve has more opportunity to increase the tax rates in US? So that is a question that came in, and the investors actually went ahead and started booking profits in the US market. So US market actually fell in the initial phase, but then what happened is later on, one of the Federal Reserve member actually came out and said that, they are kind of considerate right now, and Federal Reserve has decided to actually reduce the, percentage of interest rate hike. So that kind of gave the capacity, and we could see the US market actually rallying back up and finally close flat. So this actually gave some more positivity to SGX Nifty as well, and SGX Nifty is also trading already in the green. Apart from this, something that happened was, we spoke about the issue in China, wherein zero COVID tolerance policy was launched and a lot of protests were happening in different places in China. So finally, the government has kind of given in and have actually reduced those restrictions, which actually is a good thing. And we could see Hong Kong market up by almost 3% today just because of this news. So that is something kind of giving additional positivity to the market. And with all this, we are of course going to see about 30 to 40 point gap up today in the market. So that's something that needs to be watched out for. So probably we could see a opening between 18,700 to 18,750. So now the important level, as we discussed, on the lower side would be 18,600 for the day, and on the higher side would continue to be 18,800, and the next level, major level, can be seen as 19,000. So these are two important levels on the higher side. So on the lower side, 18,600 and 18,450. On the higher side, 18,800 and 19,000. So these are the kind of important levels that could be watched out. So apart from that, today the Indian RBI, Indian Central Bank, that is RBI, is starting off with its monetary policy meeting. So the meeting starts today and it will go on for next 3 days. That is 5, 6, and 7. So until Wednesday, and we could see details of the minutes coming out in each day. So of course some details will come out now, but the actual monetary policy decision details would come out on Wednesday. So that is something to be watched out for for this week. Apart from that, as we discussed, the Gujarat elections are also on. The second phase is happening today, and the result is expected on Thursday. So we could also expect the exit poll results coming out. So these are all major events that can actually affect the market this week. So, let us see how the market actually takes shape. So now with all this, is the rally going to move forward? I actually feel that the consolidation phase could continue, or slight direction could continue, because at this point, the market can be slightly cautious until the RBI monetary policy details actually comes out. Though the market has kind of accepted the fact that probably we could see a 25 to 30 basis points hike. That is completely okay, because we've seen in the past 3 months that RBI has been increasing almost 50 basis points every month. So with this, the addition, if the expected if the RBI actually comes out with the interest rate hike as expected within 30 basis points, the market could kind of stay strong and continue. But if at all it rises higher than that, there are chances we could see some more correction in the market. But otherwise, in general, if you see, Indian market is of course a lot bullish. In fact, a lot of priority is coming to India. So that is something which can actually see a lot of fund flow coming into India. So this is something which is really good. We have discussed in detail yesterday in the meeting. So I'm sure you're aware of that. So coming to trade, what is stock specific news? I would say the most important thing is, of course, there is some block trade happening in Policy Bazaar. Apart from that, it is the common things that's happening. So let's see how the things go across in the market today. So it is start of the week. Wishing you all a great week ahead. Let us look forward to a very good week and a good profit. So of course, Gold Club is kind of going cautious this week because of the kind of event that's happening in the market, and also the market is so close to the all-time high. So that is something that we need to be cautious about. So with that, let us be slightly less aggressive this week. Let us make some decent profits and come out safely out of the market. So with that, looking forward to a great week ahead. Wishing you all a great day again. This is Srikant Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button. That of course motivates us, and do share this podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.